everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're over here at Spindles in Marshfield for their awesome show. They put on a great show every year. I'm up here helping this year. I'm going to be judging their Pro Street class and their Street Jeep class, but I've got 3 hours until I get there, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to shoot as much video as I can, try to hit a lot of the cool stuff at the show, give you some of my favorite cars I see up here. Always happy to share this show. This is one of my favorite shows every year. That's a huge turnout. They're at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. My wife and I were just here 2 weeks ago, actually, at the fair. It's an awesome area, and then you realize that's how big it is when you're walking around. So they have a lot of really cool stuff. I have the Corvette section right behind me, so we're going to go through some of those. Some of the classic cars. We'll head over to the Mopar section, the Jeeps, the Mustangs. There's so much cool stuff up here, so we're happy to share it with you. We'll come back and show you some of the amazing cars that are here today. All right, guys, let's start in the Corvette section. So we've got some really good-looking C4 Corvettes here. This black one with the black wheels looks really sharp. We've got a really nice white one. I think that's our buddy that goes to the, I'm pretty sure it is his car, that goes to the Canton Cruise Nights with us. This car is always nice. You know, we've got another really nice 40th, so a 93 here in the white with the red. I had a white and black hard top, good looking red on red over here. Then we got a good looking Z06 over here in the blue. Looks awesome in the C5 Z06. First hard top Corvette in a long time. So this has no soft top, no removable option in this. They were trying to make the body a little lighter, a little more rigid. So this is a really cool car. It's like 405 horse, I think. Yeah, because they advertised on the badge. This was 405 horse. This was kind of a game changer at the time for performance. And then obviously you know my affinity for the C1s, especially with the Coves. That's a beautiful car. Great looking C2 over here in the silver. It looks awesome. But I want to hit on this blue one because this car is gorgeous. Let's go Rest Mod. Gorgeous color, love the wheels, everything looks great on it. So great selection of C2s up here. This also here in the blue is stunning with the red line wheels. This car over here is amazing. So 396, big slicks, knockoff wheels. The car looks awesome. I'm really digging this. This is what probably would be one of my favorites up here today already, and I'm just starting to look, but this car looks absolutely amazing. Another couple of great looking earlier C1 and C2s. Great color on this one with the white and silver with the orange or red interior. Good looking car. So a lot of nice Corvettes up here. There was actually a newer, not a newer, but like a first gen ZR or second gen ZR1 up here that I wanted to go take a look at. He was on the highway in front of me and it looked great. Before I get there, we'll go to this steel bumper Stingray in the blue. So I'm gonna guess like a 70. It is a 70. Yep, so 70, 454. In blue, steel bumper. Probably, if I could take any vet up here, this would be one, because the color is just great on it and the steel bumper is awesome. Another steel bumper Stingray convertible in red. Beautiful white right here. This looks like it might be a 69. I don't know if I see the tag on there, but I think they changed the fins on these. So I think it is, but that looks awesome in that car too. And then a couple of newer, not newer, but newer C3s. Even that one with kind of the Corvette summer crazy hood scoop from the Corvette summer car, which looks very cool. And then I'm gonna come over and shoot this ZR1. So this is awesome too. I love these ZR1s. This was on the highway in front of me, and it looks awesome. Love the you know, little setup with the clear in the hood. And this was a pretty neat high performance car when it came out. Obviously the newer C8s, which you know I love. A lot of C7s and C6s up here. So all good looking cars. We're gonna go through and take a look at some of these older hot rods over here. You know, this is a car that's grown on me a lot recently. The 50th anniversary C5. I was never a giant C5 fan, but everyone's told me how great it drives and how comfortable it is. And this one's really a great color. It looks like similar to the color you'd have in the 40th anniversary. So this is pretty neat too. So this is something I've thought about more recently. It is pretty nice, so very cool. So let's go through to some of these hot rods, guys. So this is a gorgeous roadster. I saw it come in. The wheels look great on it. The paint is amazing. You can see that, you know, the metallic in the paint and the sun. Hopefully it shows up well on here, but it just looks great. You know, and these kind of bigger body hot rods are pretty neat too. They've kind of grown on me a lot too over the years. This is a 40 Ford. You know, obviously everybody wants the 20s and 30s, but these bigger body hot rods have become pretty cool too. And they have just a really neat style and just something a little different. I love this orange roadster. Just really love the color on it. And then you get the kind of the old school hot rod style. And same thing here with the suicide doors on this 33 Ford, looks great. Like the wheels on it, very cool. Gorgeous GTO here. Again, really cool hot rod here. I like how subdued this is. I love the big wheels in the back with the black hubcaps and the steelies, the running board. Looks great on this car. So very cool, like sinister hot rod orange. So that's pretty cool. This is an interesting section over here. Yeah, that's the 456 we saw it in. Love this red turbo. You know, again, this is really cool. So you got a GNX and a red turbo. These were like the coolest hot rods of the 80s. These cars are both amazing, so very cool to see. Nice 3000 GT Spider, which is actually really cool. A great color in that yellow. So that's pretty neat. We've got this 240. I wonder if this is, or this is a 260. Oh, that's a 280. That's a newer version. Thought it might have been the same one we saw the other night over in Canton. Beautiful Carmen Ghia. Great color. Kind of a neat van. Got the Viper in the blue, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff up here. With this really cool slammed hot rod. This is kind of a cool mix up here of different cars. Yeah, it's pretty neat. This is a pretty cool truck right here too. Liking the style on it. I like the, you know, the motor, the wheels, like the blue and red. Looks awesome. It looks very factory correct. So very cool setup on that truck as well. So many cool little hot rods up here. This is a gorgeous lead sled right here. So 50 Mercury. These have, you know, this has been really cool to me. You know, I grew up loving like Cobra, so seeing these is really neat. This one, it's chopped. Looks really nice. This is a really pretty car right here too. That is a beautiful car. Wow. That 49 Ford is pretty cool too. You see the same thing, kind of like the 50 Mercury. This one's even lower and more slammed. Flames on the hood, very cool car. I think this wagon is that Brookwood that goes to Canton with us, and we've seen this. I've shot him literally 2 nights ago. I love the car, love the color on it. Got a cool Bonneville wagon, very nice. And now we're heading more into the muscle car section, so we're gonna go through and hit some of these over here. So 409 Impala, very cool. Got the Polara 500, very nice car. This is beautiful in this color, wow. 58 Impala, I love these cars. And this car looks awesome in this color. So the white wall tires, the really nice hubcaps, this really cool like pastel color, beautiful car. It does have the Continental kit on the back. This is really pretty. So it looks like they've done some digital gauges on it, but the interior looks great. That tricolor interior that matches the body. I love the body lines on these cars. This is gorgeous, wow. That is a beautiful car right there. All right. So again, man, love these big body caddies and the convertibles. These 70s caddies are so much fun. You know, again, not fast, but they're great and they're good value for the money. You can get one of these if you want a classic car and have a lot of fun with them. These are awesome. Dig these quite a bit. Great looking Grand Prix over here. So this is a really nice car too. I like the headlights on it. 60, so this is a 64. So the 8-lug wheels, the 389, vinyl roof, beautiful interior. And this is a manual too, so that's pretty cool for a Grand Prix. That's something you don't see very often. So really good looking 64 Grand Prix up here. This cool Riviera. Great looking Galaxy, another Fairlane over here. Love these Lincolns too. And again, you get that kind of that lighter pastel color, so 69. I like the hubcaps on it. Really cool looking car. No, you're good. You're good. Beautiful car. Very, very cool. Great looking GTO here. So 67, 404 barrel. Had the American Racing wheels. Looks great on the car. It looks exactly how you'd want the car to look. Another very cool Cadillac. So we got a DeVille. So we got a 62 in that blue. Then we got like a 66 or 67 Impala with the 327. Sorry, 68. This is one of the bigger body Impala. Love the body lines on this car. I just always thought they were pretty good looking. So really cool car here. Another great looking car right here. So another 58 Impala. This one, we saw the one that was more factory original. This one looks great, like kind of all hot rodded out. I love the style on it with the black, with the blue turquoise on the side. Kind of the old school hot rod wheels. Love the body lines on this. Such a pretty car. So very, very nice on that too. I'm gonna keep going through here. Some very cool stuff. Nice Chevelle, beautiful Charger. Like a 70 on that one. Yeah, 70. And the easiest way you can tell on that is the difference on the front end. They put the chrome lip around the front end, and when 68 they'd have the split in the middle, or 68 would be solid, 69 had the split in the middle of the grill, and then 69 or 70 they went away from that, got rid of the split in the middle of the grill, went back to the chrome on the grill again. So the easiest way to kind of tell the difference on those cars. So another great looking Caddy, beautiful Cutlass convertible here, another nice Chevelle SS, good looking Nova. So yeah, just a lot of really cool stuff up here. We're gonna go through and find some more stuff here to share with you guys because there's so much nice stuff up here today. All right. So this is what we were just talking about. This is the 69 right here, and you can see the difference on the grill. So it has that split in the middle of it. We saw the 70. The 70 had that chrome around it. So 68, like I said, would have been completely flat. 69 had that break in the middle of the grill, and then 70 went to the chrome surround around. I think this year has the best looking grill out of all the cars. I think they're all beautiful, but this is the best looking front end out of all these. This one looks great in this color with the vinyl roof. Really pretty car. Another great Grand National. Got another pretty blue Cutlass convertible. 66 or 67 Chevelle SS here. Really nice. Another nice SS here. That's a Malibu, so that's probably like an earlier 64, 65. Got this Hemi Cuda with the billboard stripe, pistol grip, 4-speed. Really good looking car here. This is a 71. So 71 with the shaker hood in the orange. This is like the ultimate color for this car, right? So orange, Hemi billboard stripe, pistol grip, 4-speed. Awesome car, looks amazing. Another nice looking Cuda. Got a Mark III Lincoln, which again, I really told you I like those a lot. Good looking Buick. Another great looking Challenge here, another Hemi. So this is a 72. No, 71 as well. So 71 again, so blue with the white billboard stripe, Hemi, convertible, right? So these are even more rare, which is very cool. Again, another pistol grip, 4-speed. So another beautiful car up here. So to see two Hemis up here with these, and you get the convertible and the hardtop, is awesome. Very cool cars. All right, so good looking Chevelle here. Again, love the wheels on it, kind of the big and littles. Got a couple of Capri 5 liters. We shot the black and gold one last year. Gave it a lot of love because it is a really cool car. Gorgeous Hersold, if you may have shot before. All right, guys, so we're back at it. Another gorgeous Nova, 427 Impala. This is a pretty cool car. This would be a car I would love to have because it's something, obviously they're a little more expensive because it's a 427, but it needs a little body work, but it'd be something you can go and drive and enjoy the hell out of. These are the cars I love because I want to find something like this because obviously the Mustang we do for the shows, this is one of the things I'd want to just go and enjoy up here. So very cool, great looking Bel Air right here. 50, so this is a 60. So I told you how much I like the body lines on these, and you can see, I mean, this one looks great with these wheels too. Simple little motor, probably a 283. Be my guess. Pretty simple, real basic, but it looks great. Love the interior, but these are those body lines I was telling you about. So as we go down the side, and you see they've almost folded the fins over completely. So we saw that 58 earlier, which is gorgeous, but you see that body line on this car, it's just phenomenal. This car looks great in the red too, very pretty, really nice looking Cougar. We've got a kind of a cool Duster over here. This New Yorker is awesome. This thing's very cool in this color, very long, looks great, very nice style. But I'm digging these Dusters in green. And again, this is a cool one too. Again, nice car. No, doesn't look any rust or rot on it, but it's a driver quality paint. Cool basic wheels, probably a 340 or a 360, so something you can enjoy. Pistol grip, 4-speed. These are the cars you want to look for. This is the 340, right? So this is one of those cars you can get out and just enjoy the heck out of, have a super amount of fun, come to the show, not be embarrassed, but still go out and take it to dinner and not worry about it, which I'm so envious of. Like I said, I got to find something like this in the near future. Very cool. These are also things I've looked at, like these El Caminos. They've still, their values come up quite a bit, but you get a 69 or 68, and you get similar style to what you have on the Chevelle, but for a lot less money. So these are something that become really appealing to me too, because I love the front end of these cars. I think the front end is gorgeous on these El Caminos and Chevelles from 68 and 69. I think they're phenomenal. So another great looking Chevelle right here, and again, the style that I like with that front end. Beautiful Victoria. There were a couple of cool Impalas over here, so some more SS's. So another Impala SS. Like this looks like actually, and again, I'd have to guess, but a 66 on this one. 66, yeah, because when you get to the 67s and 68s, the fastback was a little more pronounced. So this was a little bit more subdued, but it looks great. Great looking car. This is an older Impala, so this would be like a 62. Really great in this color, right? So another good looking car up here. So like these cars too. And you had the dual antenna setups, which were pretty fun. Another great looking SS, good looking red and white 57 Chevy. Love this orange and gray 55 or 56. It might be, I'm not sure if it's either 55 or 56. Did they put it on there? They haven't, so it's either one or the other, but it looks great in this color combo. So I like that quite a bit too. Another good looking Ford convertible. Again, a couple of great looking 57s. That one's pretty neat because you can see the drum brakes that he's painted to match the body color. So that's full wheel drum, red with the white and the silver. Kind of a cool car, and again, you don't really see a lot of the full. And then again, great wheels on it. Krager SSs are absolutely the right wheel for that car. You know, the rear drums to match the body color, RT stripes. This looks like it's probably it's a 440 car. So I'm guessing like 71 or 72 on this one. I have to take a look at. Or this actually might be Super B. No, it's a 70. Okay, so 70 Cornet though. Okay, gotcha. So that's a great looking car as well. But you see the front end on that's a little bit different. It looks awesome. Color's great. You're good. Looks awesome in that, and again in the Hemi orange looks great. We saw this really good looking Bel Air, kind of lower, good looking car here too. Yeah, there's just so much here today, guys. So I'm gonna try to get as much as I can, but I'm gonna miss a bunch, and I know I will. So as we go down here, this is that crazy Fiero that we've shown off before with the V8 in it. That thing's nuts. This is a good looking Monty SS in the black and gold with the American racing wheels. Looks awesome. Good looking Caddy. Another nice Galaxy. We've got a Fox body convertible. We've got an SN95 over here, which is also convertible. Another great looking Monty SS. One of the Lincoln Mark series. Very cool Monte Carlo in the yellow. Kind of a fun looking car. Great looking Chevelle in this orange color. Beautiful car. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting mix of cars up here. There's a lot of different things over in this section, so we're trying to show off what we can here and not miss anything. This thing is very cool. So this Trans Am looks great. Wheels look great. Obviously under the hood looks amazing. Really cool color combo. This is a beautiful car. I love the paint on it. The hood looks great. All customized. Stunning car. Beautiful. Wow. This is gorgeous. That is a very cool custom Trans Am. That's enough of the original Trans Am so you don't lose the originality of what you have, but the cool custom finishes on it. The green, the bird looks awesome on it, the chrome under the hood, the honeycomb wheels, but with the chrome, the modern brakes. This thing just is stunning. What a great rest of mod on this car. Very, very cool. Guys, I think this might be the car I tried to shoot at Lars Anderson, I think it was. And we had a Mustang Cobra die in front of us, and I was kind of talking about this car, and I really liked it, and the guy was great that owned it. We were having a great conversation, and I started to give it some kudos, and I had to walk away because I had to help somebody push their car because it literally died in the show entrance, which people were trying to get in. So I told you I really like these LSCs. It's basically a luxury Fox body. You can go out and enjoy the body stuff. Body lines are great on it. Very similar to what we have for the Thunderbirds. Really nice interior. So I think if this is the car again, if it's not, it's also very nice. But I think this is the one that I kind of had to walk away from at Lars Anderson because we had to push that car away. I think it's very, very cool. Very nice car. All right, guys, so we're down to the next row. Again, just rows after rows of amazing cars here. Gorgeous Chevelle SS, really good looking Cutlass convertible, another great looking Cutlass convertible in yellow. This one you can see again, I like the subtlety of this, but the car looks fairly original. This was yellow, wasn't an option in this car back in the day with the white stripes, but you can see they've actually added a little bit of metallic into the paint, so it just pops in the sun. It looks great in the car. Gorgeous orange Chevelle SS, another great looking orange 442. Great color combination, really nice looking Camaro convertible. I shot a little bit of this Camaro at a show not too long because I really liked the color. This might have been actually the one I shot at Endicott, where I didn't get to do a whole lot on it, but I really like the color on this. It's such a unique color for these Z28s, and that green looks really cool. This was an early color. You'd see these on a lot in the split bumper Z28s, but as you get to the later years, like the later 70s and early 80s, this color wasn't very common. So to see this is awesome, and I really do dig this color. Now, what's kind of neat here is we also have two gold Trans Ams right here. which is also, again, wasn't a super common color. Now, it wasn't super uncommon either, but like you're more likely to see a blue or a black or a white. But to see these two silver are great, and you can see the difference. This has the more traditional wheel. This one has that snowflake in the gold, so they're both very cool. Gorgeous Camaro right here in orange, so that orange with the white stripe is beautiful. 302 is probably a Z28. Let me take a look if it is or not. Could have been one of the other ones too, but the Z28, yeah, so Z28. So Z28 was obviously the Camaro's answer to the Trans Am Racing Series, and back then everything had to be a small block, right? So you had the Z28, which was a 302, you had the Boss 302, obviously was a 302, and then Mopar would get in the next year, and they were anything like 340 and smaller. So these guys were using their smaller motors in these to have these really cool, you know, Trans Am racing cars that they could go out and have some fun with. So very neat. Just got a little Firebird Spree. Those are kind of cool too. We were just talking about these ZA Rockford files, always had the newer version of the car, and it was never a Trans Am, it was always these, which is very similar, which is kind of neat too because it's just something different. You know, again, a lot of nice cars up here. Great looking Camaro over here with the 427. Put the Stinger hood on it from a Corvette. Ladder bars, the redline wheels. This thing's really nice. So that's very, very cool. All right, so we've got some Gen 3 Camaros up here in white and blue. Got a really nice convertible here in the RS. This is a really sharp car with a newer Corvette motor. So this is a really good looking car. Very pretty in this year. They did a really nice job with the Resta mod on it too, so I really dig the fact it looks very factory. Got the RS setup with the IROC wheels, but you've got the Corvette motor under the hood, so very cool setup. Really nice Resta mod and very well done. So Camaros I do not love, I'll be honest with you. Until they came out with the SS, I think the SS looks really nice on these. They did a good job. They made it look a little more aggressive. Had the bigger motor, the hood scoop looks great. So I do like this in this style. Again, I wasn't a fan of just their basic Gen 4, but this is a nice version. Great looking black GTA. You know, like I said, I had a white one of these back in the day. This was an 88. So this is an 89, or 87. So sorry, same year I had an 87. So mine had nothing but problems, but I've seen a few of these up here. There's a silver one in the area that's nice. This one's really nice. So the black and gold looks great in this car with the gold wheels. These had the upgraded interior, the nice suspension. So these were kind of a fun car to drive. And it was a little more upmarket than your base model Trans Am. And the only option he's missing, though, you get T-tops and these doesn't have it. I don't know if it's the 5.7 or the 5.0. If it's an automatic on the GTA, most of the time it was the 5.7 because you get the 5-speed 5.0. So most likely it is a 5.7, but a good looking car. And you can see this is a so this is the base model Trans Am over here versus the GTA of a similar year. And you'll see very, very similar. It does have the same wheels you'd have actually on the GTA. And the interior was a little different on these, but not very much different. A very similar setup on these. And then you get into the WS6 cars here. So the Ram Air Trans Am, so very, very cool. So kind of a cool selection of the newer Trans Am. ZL1, you know, I always talk about those because there's so many Mopars out there. I'm gonna go look at a million, legitimate, like a million of these Hellcats in just a little bit. But there's a really cool section over here too. Great looking IROC convertible. Black with the blue stripe, the IROC wheels, convertible. Really good looking car over here as well. And you still got cars coming in, guys. You can see how full we are up here. There's a lot of really cool stuff up here. We've got a Shelby coming in. We've got a Cutlass. So I'm going to go through and shoot some of these race cars over here. I think I'm actually judging this class today. This is the Pro Street class. So I'll find out in just a little bit. So I want to get a kind of a gauge on what's over here so we can see what kind of cool stuff we have. That car is beautiful, right? So I love the color on it with the orange, the 496, the blower, wheels look great. Another beautiful in the red here with the giant wheels. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff up here. Another cool hot rod here. We just have a race car here. I mean, this is straight just a race car. This Nova's pretty cool with the big wheels, again, in the yellow. One of the old school hot rods, which is also very, very cool. I shot this wagon last year. I love this wagon. So this thing is beautiful. I'm not going to go deep into it. I went real deep into this last year, twice at the show. I think I also hit on this Impala, which was also really nice. We've got another nice little, little Nova. We got a Bel Air hot rod. So a lot of cool stuff in the hot rod class. A Monte Carlo down the end. And then we've got another little Chevy 2 over here. So very cool. We're going to head over to the Mustang class and walk through that a little bit. So we've got a really good looking 64.5. Oh, it is 65, okay. So the 289, 65 in the blue interior, very cool. A lot of early gen Mustangs over here, another nice convertible. We've got like a 67. 68 with a 351 for sale in the red. Krager wheels, kind of a cool car. This again looks like a cool car. The wheels need a little bit of love, but this looks like a lot of fun. Hearst, Hearst 4-speed aftermarket Grant steering wheel. This is something again looks like it'd be a fun car to grab. Body looks nice on it. Paint looks really good. The chrome looks pretty good still. So this could be a car you could do up for not a lot of money. This would be a lot of fun. Great looking fastback. Eleanor kind of clone. We saw a couple of these recently. We actually shot that car. Nope, we did not shoot that one. So that's another. If that's a real SSC with these wheels, that'll be the second one in the area. This is 89 because we shot the 89 at the Mustang show in Rhode Island. This is number 24. This would be pretty cool. This is another 89, a real SSC. So I'd love to find out who owns it because, like I said, we shot the other one who had the newer wheels on it. This is beautiful, and these are the correct wheels for this car for this year. So that's very cool. And then right next to it, we have a beautiful 7-Up car. So this is really nice as well. So this is the 7-Up. I'm trying to see the mileage on it. It looks really nice. This might actually be our buddy's car over here because he just redid his transmission. His is gorgeous. So, and I think he had put the aftermarket wheels like we did. So this is really nice. We may know the owner of this car, but I have to take a look. No, we do. Yeah, we know his cars up here. You know what? It's definitely his cars up here because we talked to him earlier today. And yeah, so this is definitely his. He just redid this. We shot this at a couple of the shows. Really, really nice. I don't know why I was confusing him with another car. As we were talking, so I apologize because I confused you with somebody else earlier today. And that's the other 89 we saw at the other show. So there are two 89 SSCs up here. That's crazy. So these cars are very, very rare. So to see two of these up here is unbelievable. You're never going to see two of these again anywhere because they didn't make a whole ton of the SSCs. So this just has the 93 wheels on it, and the 89 was the one with the actual original wheels on it. So that's very, very cool. Here, beautiful Cobra, like the wheels on. I love the blue on this Cobra. So a lot of really cool stuff up here. Cobra convertible. We've got like a Mach 1 up here that looks great. Really subdued color combination, but this one also has a supercharger on it. Another great looking Cobra. What a cool selection of SM95s. Good looking. So this is an 03 Mach 1. Again, I showed you before the ease way to tell. 04 would have the 40th anniversary badge on it. We know this car because we've seen it at a bunch of shows. Another 40th anniversary. So we talk about a subdued. The gray this is the black on black Mach 1 with the Mach 1 stripes, which are really tough to see, but it is pretty cool that they did the black on black. I like keeping the factory wheels on these Mach 1s. I think they look great on the car. So California Special. We've got another Shelby over here. So yeah, really cool selection of nice Mustangs up here today. It's funny, I didn't bring the Fox up here today, and I almost maybe should have. It doesn't look like there's a huge selection. We might have had a pretty good shot at taking something today. There's not a giant selection of Foxes up here. I see some more as I go around the corner, but yeah, it's interesting. So this is probably an 01 or 02. So it's a 3. So we have a Coyote. So you can see the Mustang selection down here, a lot of the newer cars. I am going to go down the end because it looks like there's a Cobra R down there. So again, probably the guys we saw with the SSC. They also, one of them has a Cobra R. We shot both of those at the show over in Rhode Island for the Mustang Car Club. So again, a lot of cool stuff. But that is probably the other real Cobra R that's out there that we saw at the Mustang show. And yeah, so I imagine it is. He has a window sticker. I think that is too. So that's the SSC over there, along with the real Cobra R. So these guys have some really nice stuff, and we shot those at the last show. We have a really good turnout though on the SN95s up here today. Just a ton of cool cars up here. So I want to go through. I'm going to shoot a little bit more of the Mustangs, but I want to go through, and there was a couple of really cool cars I wanted to shoot over here that looked awesome. So I'm going to go through and shoot a couple more of these Mustangs. Then I'm going to head over the truck section. That's that Lightning I think that we shot at Bass not too long ago. So I want to go over and take a look at that car again as well. So this car is this blue 67. I wonder if this is the one that was at Canton the other night. I think it might be. It was really nice, but I don't know if it's the same car, but I do like the style on it. Again, some really nice earlier Mustangs. Very cool here. So 64.5, so that would be the first year. This might have had the 260 in it, or it was a 6-cylinder, but this is cool to see these first year Mustangs. I always dig these. But I'm going to go over here in just a second. There's a huge Mopar section afterwards, guys. So like I said, I'm trying to hit everything. I don't know if I will in the back here. But these were kind of neat too. They were just something different. This was a 6-cylinder, kind of more of a luxury version of the car. So it was a lot of fun. Super simple. So it was an LX. And then you have this gorgeous 69 Mach 1. We saw it come in. Looks great in the red. Really nice car here as well. Convertible, great looking Monty in red with the 502. So that's very, very cool. Guys, I'm not going to go deep into the Mopar side only because there's a million of Mopars out here, like a million of these Mopars. There's a lot of cool stuff, but we're going to try to get over and hit some of the Jeeps and trucks because a pretty good selection over there too. So again, I told you, like we were talking about this earlier today, like the Mopar guys really have come out in full force the last few years, and this hobby, like for Mopar, is crazy. Like you go to any show, we were just talking to some of the guys at the club, like the selection of Hellcats and Demons and like all the crazy performance, like Chrysler has really cornered the market on getting the younger folks into the hobby and enjoying it and being part of this thing. And it's like, it's the future of what we're doing. And as well as Ford has done and Chevy, the Mopar guys have just gotten it. Like Dodge has really understood, like this is the culture, and they've created this really cool culture of the modern, you know, muscle car class. Truly, it's awesome. This video ever today. We're gonna head over by the Jeep section over here. No, you're good. No worries. Thank you. So we're gonna go over and take a look at the Jeeps. I am actually judging the street Jeep class today, so I'll get a kind of an idea of what we have. You know, there's two versions. There's a modified class and then a street version of the class. So pretty neat. I don't know what we'd have up here today. You know, I know the South Coast Jeep actually has a show today, so I wasn't sure what the turnout would be up here. But some really cool stuff up here. You know, I brought the Gladiator up today. You know, I was talking to a bunch of people with the Mustang. You know, the only thing with me, the Mustang, is if I'm not at the car, and I was going to say, you know, this isn't a super far show. It's about 65, 70 miles round trip. I don't mind putting the miles on the Mustang, but if I'm not going to be near it all day, and I knew I wouldn't today, there's a lot to shoot here. And then also the, you know, judging, I'm doing a couple of classes for these guys today. I didn't think I'd get much of a chance to be near the car, so I figured I'd just bring the Jeep up and have some fun with that. So it's easy, but yeah, pretty neat little turnout up here with these cars. And then there's also always a really cool selection of four-wheel drive cars beyond the, you know, the street class. So the modified stuff up here is always pretty neat. And I've said over the years, like the Jeep guys are absolutely crazy. I love them because they just go all out and they do everything on these cars, and they do some really crazy stuff. And you can see, you know, showing the articulation, pulling up on the other wheel here. These cars will do some amazing stuff, and it's pretty fun. So always cool to see. So we get through the Jeep section here. And that's never good to get a flat at the show, so hopefully someone can help them out there. And then we're gonna go through the rest of the trucks over here. And then there's a couple of little section up front I wanna go to and shoot a little bit of those cars up there. And then I'm really gonna go through, and like I said, I'm gonna pick out my top 5 or 10 favorite cars of the show. And then I'll come back around and do a quick wrap up, and then we'll show you kind of the rest of, you know, what it looks like and the judging and all that stuff today. That's a great looking K5 Blazer. We saw this truck. This one was the guy had built, which is kind of neat. He had done like a modern diesel in the truck. We shot that at Bass not too long ago, kind of the OJ Bronco. That Bronco we shot a few times. That's a beautiful Bronco as well. I really do like these old school square body dualies are awesome. This thing looks great. This is kind of a neat color too. I wonder if it's a factory color. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome on the truck. And this car looks amazing right here. This is a pretty cool truck here. And you see kind of the simplicity on these, right? So really easy, nothing crazy on them. You know, they were just, this is probably like a 90, but I'll go back around and see if I can find the year. But let's see about a 90. We've shot this at many shows. This is one of the nicest trucks I've ever seen. It's just phenomenal. But I would say this is a, so 78, wow, the interior looks way different than I thought it was. I wonder if it's been upgraded, because like, I don't think in 78 you had, yeah, that's a, unless I'm way off base, that looks like the steering wheel from like a 90, you know, SS, and the same thing with the seats and stuff, so that's pretty cool and pretty different. This truck I've shot a lot of times. It's awesome. I do want to shoot this Econoline truck. I really like these, and I think they're kind of completely different. Usually they're just a 6-cylinder, the cab over, so the motor's in between the floorboards, which is pretty neat. I wonder if they have it opened up. But this is a lot of fun and cool color. Again, something you don't see a whole heck of a lot of. Yeah, so 2-liter inline 6 in the orange. This is just something, again, completely different, completely unique. I like different. It's fun. So we've got another good looking, you know, early gen Bronco in the orange with the nice big wheels on it. A great looking dually. We saw this 450 pull in. This thing was ridiculous. Another really good looking, this Bronco's got the Coyote motor in it. So again, there's a lot of cool stuff up here. Another nice K5. We shot this, like I said, this Lightning the other day. This might be the same group of folks that we shot at Bass. This was nice. He had just redone the paint on it, had it flush. This thing was really nice. And then we saw this regular cab Super Snake. So we definitely shot these not too long ago. There's a couple other trucks. We shot these last year. This truck here is awesome with the old tractor on it. It was one of the cars I really liked. This Ram is really nice too. The Rhinoliner bed, the kind of the old school hubcaps like you find like on a Polara or a Diplomat, which is awesome. Like the simplicity of the interior. It's probably like a 3, it's a 3 to say. So there's a 440 under here, so not factory. That's awesome. So a very cool square body truck here. So let's go through now, guys, and try to find some of our favorite cars up here, and you know, give some love to specific models and go through and see what we can find. All right, guys, so there's some other cool stuff up here. We had this General Lee with a blower on it, which looked awesome. A really nice SN95. It's a good-looking GTO Judge over here. Kind of a nice-looking early-gen Jeep. And we still have stuff coming in, guys. I mean, you have this whole, looks like an old ramp truck coming in. That looks amazing. So this is just, again, a great turnout. It's just about 11, right? So it's 10. Oh, sorry, it's a little over 10. It's just after 10. So we still have a lot of time still coming. There's gonna be a lot more cars still coming up here, which is great. So yeah, we should still see a whole bunch more. I'm gonna go through now and pick my top 10 favorite cars of the show and come and give you a little bit more insight on those cars. And then we'll come back around and we'll start to think about what we're gonna do at the judging. So we'll see you in just a bit. All right, we also missed this little section of cars here. So looks like we have a right-hand drive Cressida, which is kind of neat. I had a friend who loved Cressidas back in the day when we worked together. So that's kind of a cool car, kind of, you know, a cool old school like Benz, you know, kit car, a couple of 427 kit cars, and a really cool looking dune buggy with great paint on it. So these are kind of neat too, and it is a Manx, Myers Manx. So these are the most desirable bodies for these old dune buggies. You want to get the Myers if you can. This was kind of like the ultimate in getting a dune buggy. If you have the Myers Manx was the right body, and this one is there. And then these all were done with these crazy paint colors. So you think back in the day when you were looking in the 70s, everything was kind of this crazy metallic paint, and this is this looks great in this color. They all use the air-cooled Volkswagen you know, motors, so this is a really neat car. But again, the Myers are a lot harder to come by now. You don't see as many, and these were really really desirable for that body style. So very cool, you know, original old school dune buggy, and then a beautiful 427 Cobra with the top up, veteran. So thank you. But this is a really good looking Cobra right here as well. So very pretty car with the modern 5.0 Coyote, so great drivetrain as well. 10 favorites up here it is. I love everything about the car. I went through and covered a little deeper, but I'll go through a little deeper here. Has the window sticker on it, 70, 454, the raised hood, the Rally Sport wheels in the right blue. So I believe it's like the Nassau blue back in the day with the chrome on both sides. Like I said, I just liked everything about the style on this. You had the gills on the side, which looked great on the car. By 70, they had kind of ironed out a lot of the challenges they had also with the cooling. So the 68s ran into a lot of cooling issues with the grill they hadn't figured out. By 70, they could put the big block in it. This is, it looks like, I'm guessing, a manual. So yeah, so you got a 4-speed, blue on blue, great color combination, no luggage racks. This was not the most practical car in the world, but from a style standpoint, from a performance standpoint, this was like really the coolest Corvette back then. And I think this, like I said, if you watch my best looking American cars video, you know I actually find this body style to be one of the best looking cars that we've ever made. And this one's the absolute pinnacle of what you'd have. The right wheels, the right motor, the great color, the blue on blue, the 4-speed, everything's right about this. This would be one of my top 10 favorite cars up here. Absolutely. Corvette in blue, 65 Restamod LS9, gorgeous car, looks awesome. No, it looks great either way. It looks awesome either way, so it's a beautiful car. Oh no, I'm shooting a little video on it, so you're good. You're good. But you see the aftermarket wheels, the upgraded brakes, the LS9 motor, the blue with that peanut butter brown interior. Absolutely everything's beautiful on this car. Right proportions, done very, very well. 6-speed manuals. This car is absolutely stunning. It's definitely one of my top 10 favorites up here. And usually I don't love when they go to a, you know, they lose the chrome on the bumpers, but the black with the blue on this just looks amazing, and it's just the right style for this car, so it just fits in very well. Absolutely stunning version of a C2. Right, so 86 911/930 non-slant nose, wide body, foot wheel, turbo. Again, I don't know what happened recently, and I've really fallen in love with these. And if you want to see like the other cool car from back in that generation, kind of the Magnum PI 328 Ferrari, looks great too. But these have been pretty neat for me, and this is something I wasn't really a huge fan, but I'll go with these two imports as my third favorite cars up here today, just because they're like the pinnacle of what you have in the 80s. So that's probably like an 88. You had the 308, I think went up to like 85 or 86, and the 328, which is a slightly larger motor, better performance. Like I said, I really thought those were the 308 wheels, because the 328 wheels I thought were more flush, but it's a beautiful car, and both of these together are going to be some of my favorite up here. In the interest of always shooting something cool and different, as one of my favorites, this is another car up here that's pretty cool. 64 wagon. I love the style on it, the silver. It's got the 355, so it's got a nice motor in it, LED headlights, but everything's really nice on this. What I like about it is everything's just really cohesive. I love the big wheels on it. I love the little side mirrors. You can see there's some really cool touches on the car too, like A little bit of you know, red on the trim rings. So these would have been like Rally Sport wheels with the chrome. They painted them black with the red trim. I love the flushed you know, door handles, along with the really cool placement for the door key. A nice interior, so like the red interior that goes into this is very cool as well, with the, you know, the ratchet shifter. So just a really nice setup on this car. So again, another car I really like up here, and I'm always trying to find something a little different. So this is really cool. The center exhaust looks awesome on this car. I'm sure this thing sounds unbelievable when it starts up. So one of my top 10 favorites up here. Just something very, very cool. All right, guys. So we're gonna go with our next of our favorite cars. So again, my favorite body style out of the Chevelle is one of the cars I want. And this one I wanted to shoot for a couple reasons. This blue, I really love this color. It is a 4-speed. 396 SS, really correct under the hood, like not overdone, but looks great. Everything looks the way it should. The chrome's really nice. The red line wheels, the right 5-spoke, the 5-speed, the right interior. So this is just a really good looking Chevelle, and one of my favorites, because again, I just love this body style. And the red one right next to it's really nice as well. The blue, to me, I'm not a red car guy. If you've seen, I typically don't gravitate towards red cars. It just isn't my favorite, but the blue is really nice, and this is a really nice car in here. So that's our 4th favorite car up here. All right, our 5th favorite car up here is something very, very different. So a 1974 Hearst Olds with the 455. This was like the next style after you went to the Cutlass has changed over this year. They went to the bigger style. These cars were really everywhere for a long time, and they sold very well, and they kind of got lost in the hobby for a while. I like this one because, again, I like the white and gold. Got the Hearst shifter, the swivel seats, the sunroof, the kind of half vinyl top. This was pretty neat, and again, you don't see a ton of these, so this is something a little different. And again, something that's starting to get a little bit of love now, which didn't for a long time. It's just so unique and different. I always like the Hearst Olds, but this is a different version. This one's really nice. And again, you had the option on this car for either white or black buckets. They were all swivel. Again, you had the his and her Hearst shifter, which was kind of cool. So everything was just really cool on this car, very factory correct. Something different, I really dig it, and that pace car is pretty cool. So we're gonna tie this in as our 5th favorite car into the 74, which is like, this is 73. These were a little even harder to come by. Talking to the owner of the 74, he really educated me because I didn't know that much about these. So these were the first year, obviously, the style. I thought this was I thought 73 was the Lasher, the other style. So first year, like the Colonnade style. This has the white interior we were just talking about with the white swivel. So those are the 2 different options, the black or white, the swivel seats, the his and her shifter. So this is pretty neat too to see the 73 version. We'll tie that into the 74, and we'll make those 2 cars together our 5th favorite cars of the show up here. So cool to see these 2 together. I never seen either one of them up here, so to see these 2 completely different and unique is pretty cool. All right, for our 6th favorite car up here today, I'm gonna go with this really cool 60 El Camino. I like everything on it. You know, he's throwing me off a little bit because he's got the Keystone Classic center caps, but these look like Krager SS wheels, so it might be a Keystone wheel, but it looks really cool. You know, the raised white letter tires, but I love this blue, love the body style on these. So you have the El Camino, very similar to what you have in the Impala, the 2-tone interior, really sharp, everything's color matched, the bed's color matched, but you get these really cool fins like you had on the Impala, but on the El Camino it was even more pronounced, right? Because you kind of had that little lip that went above it, that fin that folded over. This is really cool looking, so I really dig this. And you see the 2 tail lights versus the 3 on the Impalas, because they had to go into the bed. So just completely different, but I love the body style. You know, I love the 59 and 60s, and this is really cool and different to see on this car in the El Camino. Great color, really beautiful style. So apparently, everybody, I'm very focused on blue this year because this is a gorgeous 69 Mach 1 390 in blue with the gold stripe on it, with the right wheels. This thing looks great. The louvers, I really like this car. The interior is really nice on it. It is a manual with the Hearst shifter. So again, another one of my top favorite cars up here. So this will be number 8, I believe. So I got to find 2 more. Might be tough, guys. I might even do 15 or 20 today because there's just so much cool stuff up here. But I saw this and it really drew me in. I love the color combination with the gold and the blue and the black. It looks awesome. Great wheels. Really awesome car up here today. 1941 Willys, Bad Company race car. I love the paint on it, the gasser style, the big blower, it looks awesome. Everything's just really cool on this car, and the paint just keeps sucking me in. I had to come back in and shoot it. It's a very cool car, so this will be one of my top favorites up here today. Just beautiful, everything's stunning on the car. Just a really cool race car. All right, so my 9th favorite car up here today is gonna be this Cuda in the green and black with the flat black wheels, with the blower. This thing's really cool. We shot those original like Hemi Cudas that looked awesome. This is a really cool Resta mod. You know, I like the little blown Cuda like on the billboard stripe. Looks awesome in this color. You can see the aftermarket shifter. It's all set up for racing, but this thing looks really cool, and I love the lift-off hood. Very similar to like the A12 Roadrunners you had, right? So you had the A12s, or I think it was a Roadrunner. I forget what it was, but it was the A12 on the Dodge. For whatever reason, I'm drawing a blank on the model of the car right now, but they had that same lift-off hood with the flat black. Everything was sit-down. This thing is really cool. I love the color on it. Again, the semi-slicks, the flat black wheels, everything looks great on the car. So very cool. One of the ones I wanted to share up here with you. Just a really nice looking 73. So the number 10 car we're going to pick up here today is going to be this truck. Only for one specific reason. The paint is so amazing on this vehicle. I have so much respect for people that do something cool like this. Obviously slammed down to the ground, kind of the old school wheels with the white walls, cool bed, but this paint is amazing on this car, and it carries over to the inside. It looks like a more modern Mustang drivetrain. But you just see everything on here, all the old style, the paisley, all the different effects they put into this is amazing. And this is the best paint I've seen up here tonight. I mean, this car is just stunning from the paint. Again, you've got the little 289 motor into it, but the yellow lights, but this car just really shines with the body work that's done on it. It just looks absolutely amazing. The chrome's really nice. You get the pony interior on it, but then the dash is all built into it. Just phenomenal paint on this car. All right, so let's go into a couple other trucks up here. So we hit our 10 favorite cars. I'm gonna hit on like 2 or 3 of my favorite trucks I saw up here today. And again, I love the originality of this old truck. You can see like the green with the green bumper, the little tonneau cover. Again, it's got a couple of little nicks and dings, but I love the originality of it. So 62 Ford, just a great color. And these are some of my favorite bodies on these trucks. Again, this is such a cool, what I like about this truck is it's not overdone. It's just a really cool, honest, older 62 Ford that looks great with a nice, original style interior, super simple. So this is something that's kind of fun and different. Again, one of the trucks I really like up here, just because again, it's so unique to what it was and original to that style. I also really like this 78 K5 Blazer in this really cool, they call it russet, but this orange color. I'm gonna go to the other side so you can get a better view of the color. It's got his KCD letters like I do, so much respect to that. But I really like the color on these, and I like the K5s. The Broncos are really nice too, but this is such a cool style. The white top, the copper color, kind of the old school 70s colors, a lot of yellows and oranges and browns, which is pretty cool. Same with the interior, just real simple. But this was the upscale version back then. The custom would have been, this is the nicest interior you could have with the faux wood and the the nice, a little nicer seats. But I love the wheels on it. You've got the locking hubs. So just a really cool, again, original style on these 70s trucks. So something, cool and different. Again, this truck is, 45 years old now. So again, something a little cool, but just great body style. 10 Ram. This thing's set up almost like an old school trophy truck with the wide fenders and the big tires. You can see the suspension underneath. Great color in that, that root beer brown. I love the setup on the back of it. You can see the side exhaust coming out of it. So very cool. It is veterans owned, so thank you for your service. But I love the setup in the back with the spare tire setup. You can see the suspension coming through the back. So this thing has a ton of travel, which is amazing. And then I love that spare wheel, the whole setup on the back of the truck. This thing is a pretty purpose-built off-road truck, and it looks awesome. So I wanted to share this one. Again, something a little unique and different. We're always trying to find unique, cool stuff. This one looks great. So very cool truck. Also, to give these couple of older Jeeps some love here too. So some of the older Jeeps, Jeep Commando, Jeep Willys, so like a 46 and a 60s with the old moped. These are just kind of neat and fun, old trucks. There's something different you don't see all the time. So pretty cool to see on these as well. So I figured I'd give these a little bit of love. Wrap up here. We've gotten our top 10 cars, our top 4 or 5 trucks up here. We shot a ton of video. This is a long one, so thank you for sticking with us to the end. We appreciate you checking out the channel. I'm gonna go help the club do some judging on the Jeeps and the Pro Street stuff here in just a little bit, take some pictures along the rest of the day. But again, as always, to the Spindles Club, you do a great job. You put on an amazing show, tons of awesome cars up here. If I missed your car, I apologize. I try to be real thorough this year, but there's a lot of stuff here, and I know I missed a lot of the cars up here, but some amazing stuff. Thanks again. We'll hope to see you at a show really soon. If you haven't done it so far, hit that like and subscribe. We got new stuff coming all the time. Still a ton of stuff coming up. I'll be in Orlando next week at Deezer's Auto Museum shooting the world's largest limo and some of the James Bond and Batmobile cars. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we've got a couple of shows at the end of the season to wrap up. So I'll talk to everybody real soon. Thanks, everybody.